Let me ask you something. Have you ever walked into a room and felt people shift? Not because you said anything, not because you did anything, just because you walked in. Conversations get quieter. People glance over. Some move toward you. Others find a reason to look away. And you've spent years trying to figure out why. Maybe you told yourself you were imagining it. Maybe you made yourself smaller to make others more comfortable. Maybe you apologized for taking up space you never asked permission to take. Today, I'm going to tell you exactly what's happening and why the thing you've been calling a problem is actually your greatest power. Stay with me until the end, because the third reason is the one that will change the way you see yourself forever. Here's the first thing you need to understand. You don't scare people because something is wrong with you. You scare people because something is very right with you. Fear is not always about threat. Most of the time, fear is about confrontation. And when someone feels genuinely intimidated by you, what's actually happening is this. Your presence confronts them with something they haven't faced in themselves yet. Your confidence confronts their insecurity. Your clarity confronts their confusion. Your standards confront their compromises. Your peace confronts their chaos. You're not doing anything to them. You're just existing, but your existence alone is enough to hold up a mirror. And some people are not ready to look. The second reason you scare people without trying. You don't need their approval to feel whole. This is rarer than you think. Most people walk through life with an invisible antenna permanently switched on, scanning the room, checking reactions, adjusting behavior based on feedback. Did they laugh? Good. Did they go quiet? Adjust. It's exhausting, and it's completely unconscious for most people. But you don't do this, or at least not in the same way. There's something in you that doesn't require external validation to function. You have opinions you keep even when the room disagrees. You have a mood that belongs to you, not to the people around you. You have a way of being that doesn't shapeshift depending on who's watching. And that independence, that quiet self-containment, is deeply unsettling to people who have never experienced it in themselves, because it removes their most powerful tool, approval. They can't control you with it. They can't manipulate you with it. They can't shrink you with the withdrawal of it. And that makes them deeply uncomfortable, not because you're cold, not because you don't care, but because your sense of self doesn't live inside their opinion of you. And that kind of freedom is intimidating to anyone who has never tasted it. The third reason, and I told you this one was coming, you carry something most people have spent their whole lives running from. Silence, stillness, presence. Most people are terrified of silence. They fill every gap, every pause, every moment of quiet with noise, because silence forces them to be alone with themselves. And they're not sure they like what they find there. But you sit in silence differently. You don't rush to fill it. You don't perform to escape it. You just exist in it, comfortably, like someone who has already made peace with themselves. And that comfort with silence, that ease with your own company, reads to other people as power, as depth, as someone who has already done work they haven't started yet. Now let me tell you something important. The people who pull away from you are not rejecting you. Read that again. The people who pull away from you are not rejecting you. They're protecting themselves from the discomfort of being near someone who reminds them of everything they haven't yet become. That's not your problem to fix. That's their work to do. And here's what I need you to stop doing. Stop shrinking yourself to make them comfortable. Stop softening your edges so they don't have to feel the confrontation of your presence. Stop apologizing for existing in a way that asks more of the room. Because every time you make yourself smaller, you rob yourself of your own power. And you rob the people around you of the experience of being near someone who is genuinely, fully, unapologetically themselves. That experience is rare. It's precious. And it changes people, even the ones who pull away at first. Let me tell you what your power actually looks like in practice, because this isn't abstract. Your power looks like staying in your opinion when the room goes quiet. Your power looks like not laughing at something you don't find funny. Your power looks like walking into a space and not immediately scanning for approval. Your power looks like being comfortable with the silence that follows something real. Your power looks like choosing your own presence over their comfort. Every single time. And here's what happens when you start living from that place. The people who were intimidated by you at first start to respect you. The people who pulled away start to come back. And the people who were always meant to be in your life find you immediately because they recognize you, because they are the same. You were never too much. You were never the problem. You were just in rooms that weren't built for everything you carry. Tell me in the comments, have you ever felt like your presence made people uncomfortable without understanding why? I read everything. And if this video reached someone who needed to hear it today, share it. See you in the next one.